wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize, we gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize, everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize, voice of opinion and place your calling. WB, get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play around, get where you need to. You can tune in from work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's a show, it no matter even if you're at home. Just call in, WB. Wake up, Belize, another day is here. Wake up, Belize, we gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize, everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize, voice of opinion and place your calling, WB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show, my people. Belize our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe with
Mose Hyde hosting Belize's premier morning conversation. We want to welcome you all to our house. Thank you for starting your day with us. We hope you're ready up, you have great health, energy high, your vibrations positive, and that you have enough space and flexibility to spend quality time, hopefully even join us in conversation. Before we get to all of that, let us just welcome everybody who listen, everybody who watch, everybody on our apps, everybody on social media, everybody on our simulcast. Just make yourselves at home. This is how we roll. We start off with the preliminaries. And that means we're going to serve up with the morning news for you. But before we do that, we've got your weather forecast for you from the National Meteorological Service. Forecaster on duty this morning, Catherine Kammerbach, tells us what kind of Monday we can expect.
Good morning, Belize. Fair and mild weather conditions prevail. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with some cloudy spells. And high temperatures today are expected to reach 79 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 76 inland and 65 in the higher elevations. Tonight, skies will be partly cloudy with low temperatures of 72 along the coast to 64 inland and 57 in the higher elevations. Light showers or light rain can be expected to develop mainly offshore and along central coast this morning. Elsewhere, little to no rainfall is expected. The winds will blow from the northwest at 5 to 15 knots and the sea state will be light sharp. A low tide will occur at 10:26 this morning, followed by a high at 4:21 in the evening. Another low will occur at 11:30 tonight and a high at 5:04 tomorrow morning. The sun will rise at 19 minutes past 6 and set at 5:24. The moon set at quarter past midday and rise at 12:53 tomorrow morning. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for fair and mild conditions to prevail with little to no rainfall. In the sargassum forecast, impacts, if any, from sargassum will continue to be minimal as observations show little to no sargassum over our area. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
The first private radio since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
Clinton Puller-Lightburn, star Belize basketballer and founder of the Future Shock Basketball Initiative, continues to reap success. His third generation of Future Shock basketballers won first place in 2 categories in the recently held Copa Caribe in Chetumal, Quintana Roo. They won in the under-19 and under-22 categories. The tournament, with over 75 teams and over 1,000 players, took place from December 13th to the 15th. We caught up with the team players celebrating on their return and spoke with a few.
And there are 14 winners, so each
Since I was 11 years old, I started to play basketball.
what was it like to win?
Sticking together on the court, sticking to the game plan and executing in the end to win. It was really fun.
How many teams did you go up against to win?
I would say about 5 or 6 teams, and it was really competitive. Really competitive. It wasn't. We've all known each other for a long while, from since we was small. We've known each other, so the brotherhood has always been there. So when it's time to come together, it's easy for us. The connection is already there. Well, my goal is to one day get the opportunity to play outside of the country in the USA. So I'm just continuing to stay focused and work hard every day, and hopefully my dreams will come true one day.
I've been participating in other tournaments, but this is my first one with the guys.
Okay. How does it feel to have won?
It feel good. Just feel good.
Have you been a winning player?
All the time. No one I like lose. Like it. I like feel once I like it.
Were there any challenges at all dealing with these outside competitors?
They're small, so it's like they're easy to get the ball for you or steal the ball, but the most challenge I had was just getting to know the guys and how we play, and we had to adjust. Our first game like least sloppy, but in the second and the rest of the game when we get it and when we gone off after that.
What would you say was the most challenging thing for you participating in this tournament in Mexico?
The first game, adjusting to the crowd.
To the crowd?
Yes,
in terms of the size, like not what you're used to?
The noise.
The noise?
Only the first game.
The first game, and after that, that was it? You were good?
Yes,
That was it? Nothing else that you found to be challenging?
Nothing else.
I'm actually grateful. I extend my gratitude to Mr. Flip, Mr. Polo, and the entire team for just welcoming me with. I just like fell in. No problem.
And how long have you been playing basketball?
My entire life, I would say basketball. I'm pretty sure you have heard the slogan. Ball is life. Ball is life. Ball is life.
So are there people in your family who play sports?
No, not really. It's not genetic.
How did you get into it?
To be honest,
from school?
Primary school. One day, I was just playing at primary school, and I just fell in love with the game. And from that day, I didn't turn back.
And you won with your team. Yeah. How was that?
Unforgettable. Definitely unforgettable.
You've won before other.
Sure, I've won other tournaments of stuff before, but this first time going out, the result was perfect, man.
And so you want to keep going back, and you'll get the opportunity to keep going back.
Of course, this is just the beginning.
The tournament was organized by the Chitamal Club Delfines, which has been inviting Future Shock to compete for several years now. Here is Polo Lightburn, who was also recognized by the team. They described him as a legendary player, coach, and promoter of the sport.
This club for over 4 decades. I actually played with them in a tournament in Mexico and coached them. And so because of that, and also I've been taking teams, my Future Shock basketball teams to Mexico. As a matter of fact, this generation that have been around for the last 8-9 years, they're actually 66-0 in Mexico within their age group. They have won 66 games and lost none. We are undefeated. We are a legend out there.
Wow.
Yeah, so when people hear Future Shock, the opponent usually is in a state of fear, and the fans are in a state of glee because they know they're going to see a show. And they want us to come back and participate in a tournament they're having in February, a couple hours from Tetomal. And they want us to also bring a Libre.
Talk to me about this crop of men and young men that you have in terms of cohesion and unity and making sure that they are going to be the champions.
But actually, I've been dealing with most of these guys since they were in primary school, and now some of them are in university in their junior years. And they've been around me for like 8-9 years. So these guys have their PhD in basketball. All right, they know over 24 different offenses, over a dozen different defenses. They can think the game. Everybody that watch them play say they have a high IQ.
The Future Shock teams are now being sponsored by Portofino Resort in San Pedro. The proprietor adopted the team when Polo was having difficulties sourcing the funds to keep the initiative alive. 14 people won the Belize government lottery's anniversary jackpot, $1 and $1 million. The winning number, 3446 were drawn live at 10 a.m. on Saturday, December 21st, inside the downtown plaza on Albert Street in Belize City. Managing director of BGLL, Janelle Espat, told us the winners will remain anonymous. A total of 186,000 tickets were purchased at $5 each since the raffle was announced on November 5th.
Winner will take home $71,428.57 everyone that the prizes can be redeemed at the BGLL office located in Belmopan during normal working hours. We sold almost $1 million. We were short of about $70,000. So the sales were somewhere around $930,000. So we're happy that there was a winner on the first draw, and the winning number, like we announced earlier, is 3446, and there were 14 winning tickets purchased with the number 3446.
And I know that you follow the numbers closely, so would those sales compare to like one day's sales in terms of the other lotteries for the government?
It's similar to the ordinary lottery, but still a bit higher than what we usually experience with the ordinary lottery drawings.
And did you expect it to be around that figure? Did you expect it more or less?
We were hoping to sell in excess of $1 million. It was our intention that any profits that we made from the game would have been donated to charity. Unfortunately, we did not sell in excess of the $1 million, so we will not be able to make that donation. However, part of the intention we were still able to see through, and that was to ensure that the people of Belize benefited from this 1 in a million anniversary jackpot game. So we're still very happy for that.
Do you foresee that you will do this again? I know this was an anniversary jackpot.
Well, we've gotten a lot of people making that same inquiry. We hope so. We would like to be able to do something special every year, but we'll have to sit and discuss and see whether we'll do the same thing or do something different. But I'm sure that there will be something to give back every year.
All winnings are tax-free. The prizes can be redeemed at the BGLL office at number 11223 Hummingbird Highway in Belmopan during normal working hours. Today the office will be open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Tuesday from 8 a.m. to midday. The office reopens after Christmas on Monday, December 30th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Tuesday, December 31st from 8 a.m. to midday. Last year around this time, the country was grappling with a shortage of plantation white sugar. The shortage of the locally produced sugar was blamed on contraband of the product into Mexico and Guatemala, where a pound fetches about 3 times the price in Belize. The government worked along with the producer Belize Sugar Industries to bring the matter under control, and after several measures were put in place and follow-up done, it appears something worked. We spoke with Comptroller of Supplies, Lennox Nicholson.
Received any significant reports of any issue with regarding the supply of sugar, but what I can tell you is that my office has had significant communication with Belize Sugar Industries. They have engaged my office on several occasions where we can exchange notes, and I want to be very careful the extent to which I reveal certain things, but I can tell you that there has been a degree of communication and cooperation between my office and personnel at Belize Sugar Industries, because we recognize that at the end of the day, what we want is to ensure that the population has access to product. So we do communicate on certain matters having to do with the local supply of sugar, and so far I have not seen any major situation where we are unable to find product on the market at this time.
Which means that
will continue.
Which means that the measures that were taken this year are working, and the pressure that was put.
That may well be the case, and as well, like I mentioned to you, I think good things happen when agencies cooperate. No, when you have open lines of communication between private sector entities who have their role to play and regulatory authorities who also have their role to play, I think the public is best served.
Yes.
With that model.
Yes.
And so from my office and with the people at BSI, we do engage quite often when the interest of the people who all of us seek to serve is at stake, no?
3 vehicles with a total value of $485,000 were set on fire Sunday morning at around 5, just after businessman 75-year-old Bob Hochendani arrived home on Barrack Road on the seaside in Belize City. 3 men arrived by boat and used an accelerant to set on fire a 2022 black Cadillac Escalade, a 2023 gray Audi 7, both owned by Bob Hochendani, and a brown Chevy Silverado owned by 43-year-old Sanjay Hochendani. One of the culprits was caught on surveillance footage. Police are investigating. And that is the end of this news update. We will take ourselves a small break. When we come back on the other side, we got conversation. We hope that you've got to lift up. Let's do this. WUB for Monday, 23rd December, 2024. We'll be right back.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989. The news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports.
Excuse me, welcome back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's a minute after 7 o'clock on Monday morning, 23rd December 2024, and it's time for conversation. We are open for reason and exchange thoughts and views and concerns, opinions, and all of that. Full spectrum. All you need to do is to give us a buzz. The telephone number is 280-5848. That's the direct line for you to participate in the conversation. Let me begin at home, in-house, and remind you, good people listening and watching, that we are counting down. No, sorry, I know what you guys really into, but no, we're not counting down to Christmas. We're counting down to New Year's, because that's when we have our New Year's Day Cycling Classic, January 1st, from Corozal to Belize, from 9 in the morning. And then, of course, the Orange Walk, we've got the female elite version of that race, as well as the junior riders. And for the first time, there's going to be a separation of the female riders. They will have elite, as well as the junior riders participating in their own individual race. And so you have essentially 4 races in one, taking place on January 1st. So we want you guys, especially you good folks who live in all those communities, villages and towns, coming all the way from the border control area at Santa Elena, Corozal, come down all the way to the boulevard. We want you guys to come out New Year's Day morning. The race starts at 9, and the defending champion is not going to be in the race. That means it's going to be a new champion. It can be a repeat champion, though, because we do have previous winners that will be participating. That's January 1st, and we call it the sugar and cream, of course, because we're going through the sugar belt, and not the creme. This is the second biggest cycling event on the calendar. And being second to the cross country, that is nothing for be ashamed about. So trust me, we proud, as Sister Yaya would say, bossy and bragging in most things, especially in this, having this race, the 34th ride, the 35th year of this race. That's the way it goes. All right, so just make sure you got that booked on your calendar. We need a bit of your time and attention and your energy to make sure that that event is as it has been in the past. A big, exciting ride to start off the new year and start off the cycling calendar. That's the way it goes. Now, I know that you guys are deep, most of you. You have exceptions, of course, but I know most of you are deep into the season. It's, if you do a poll, I suppose it's people's favorite time of the year. Because you know how you go. Christmas to Christmas, right? Good. But last week, because we were marking an important day for us, which is the 25th year of the WB, we didn't get a chance to engage on the matter of this border incident with the GAF. Now, you do know that WB is the place where we try our best not to lose fact of the this thing where a neighboring country like claims half of us, or more than half, like that is something that has become, we not really want to focus on that. We think that that must always be something that we have in our consciousness. It's not going anywhere, right? The next country not only stands behind that, but actively projects that, and aggressively, in fact, have been holding a very confrontational stance, consistently doing so, southern parts of our country. We don't know this because this has been reported to us by the government, documented by them, and put to the world in any kind of shape or form. We know this because a group of Belizeans have been representing the nation, making these trips down south into the Sarstone, and have been facing the aggression. They've put themselves out there so that the world is able to see that there is nothing benign about the claim. It's not just an academic matter. This is a reality that we experience, and citizens of this country are not allowed to travel to the southernmost point of the nation without being accosted by the Guatemalan Armed Forces. And we have spent many mornings on this show, and I imagine this must be the most unpopular time to do so in the midst of all the preparations for Christmas, to talk about what happened last week. Well, I didn't get a chance last week, so I want to just weigh in on that very quickly. That you have a situation where a military vessel from our neighbors to the west, country that claims half of us, run aground in Belizean territory. Now, my good brethren from the Belize Territorial Volunteers, Wilma here, has been extremely consistent in recording and publicizing all these incursions as best he can and these breaches. And to some great extent, the response has been very dismissive by respective administrations of that, saying, listen, it's not just a matter of what we are experiencing in this Sarstone. We are not the only reason. They are not just holding this position because we are annoying them, that we only know. No, they are actively coming in. They should not, but they have been recorded in front of Barranco. And again, the position has been, stop beat up, stop stressed out. In fact, the latest visit by the territorial volunteers resulted in a videoed encounter which, by most people's assessment, showed a military vessel ramming into this vehicle with this boat with unarmed Belizeans in it. Ramming, apparently, is being redefined in Belize. Ramming apparently is not that was on video. Apparently, if it's not some kind of aircraft carrier, naval vessel, splitting a boat in two, it's not called ramming. So we don't know where ramming is again. It's just ramming has a new meaning in 2024. But reality is that there's always been this very play down these things. Let's not get carried away with that. No less than the lead representative of Belize's representation at the International Court of Justice, Ambassador Schumann himself, when interviewed, said we have to stop making a big deal about those things. We disagree. we believe that every one of these should be an extremely big thing. When you're the smaller nation in all aspects, military, economy, population, you have to be more clever, you have to be more clear, you have to be more strategic. You can't miss a beat. So for me, my position on what has happened, and we know that we finally heard we heard that there was a protest that was officially sent on this matter. We hear that that has been done, but our point is that and we are told, in fact, by the people from the foreign affairs that this protest note has gone, and we strongly condemn what has happened, and blah 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 blah. Well, we don't have the actual protest note because these are not things that are shared. We are told that that was done, as has happened in the past. We don't know how what is the energy. We don't know how straightforward and how clear and how forceful these notes are. We are just told that they are. And so we have to trust that that's what has happened. So we are at a very delicate moment, very fragile, very vulnerable moment. But I have a call. Krem, good morning, WUB. Good morning, Wilma here. I am here making. Yeah, I'm here being very. I'm here in good Grinch form talking about Guatemala, Belize, but you could imagine people rolling eye at me this morning. But I am unapologetic about introducing this topic.
Yeah, very important topic, because...
So tell me, give me an update. Is the boat still on the reef? What has happened?
No, the boat is not on the reef anymore.
Okay.
The boat came in, and, it's a shame that we are always trying to play this thing down, when the Guatemalans, in my opinion, and I think in everybody's opinion, are getting even more aggressive, because remember now, first they were at the start soon. They prevented us from going up the river. They tried to prevent us from going up the river. We kind of downplay that. But when they were campaigning for yesterday, ICJ, the same people who have lost the definition of ramming a boat were the ones who were down here in the Toledo district and all over the country, I believe, telling us that one thing is that the ICJ, that Guatemala has to behave themselves. They will not be able to interfere with us when we go on our side of the start too. Well, that never happened. So they try to redefine ramming, like as you were mentioning earlier. Now, last week, what happened was this boat came, showing itself real fiercely, and come within, a kilometer or so of the power operating base at the Papadillas. And I know that, they're going to try and play this down, but if my boat, any boat that comes into Belize and waters, the authorities have or should jump on that boat at least to pass it on or let them know. But they might deny it, but our soldiers, our Coast Guard could not climb on that Guatemalan boat.
You messaged me that the Guatemalan soldiers pulled out guns.
Well, yeah, they had their guns with them, for sure. And our guys, you could see from the pictures, our guys were there, but they couldn't get on the boat, even though the boat was in the Belizean waters. There's no dispute of that. The boat was in the Belizean waters. They could say that, the boat never grounded and so, but you see the breeze that's blowing now. When after once you blow there and your boat gets stuck on the reef, you have two things to happen. You could really get stuck, or you get stuck and get blown off because of the wind direction. So I believe that that's probably what happened to the gas boat. The wind was blowing heavy. It could go back and check those rubber pattern, and you could see that there was a heavy map that day, and that's what probably saved them from not still being out to reef. Although, well, they wouldn't have been there anyhow because they have to a bigger boat that would come and haul them off the reef. But that wasn't really this bad, but the fact that the Guatemalans were facing enough to be in our water, in our city, close to our military base, and I think that is unacceptable. How many times have we said, we heard, oh, we will send a protest note, we will send a protest note, but who have ever seen these protest notes? Have you seen one more?
No, I have never seen one. I was just speaking on that. We have to have blind faith that the notes represent appropriately what needs to be said in a tone that it needs to be said in. They tell us what they say, but we don't know.
I mean, who received it? Have they ever received a response back from them?
We are never told what the response is.
Well, I believe that's the duty of the government. We sent this to them and this is how they responded. We were not in your water, we were in your water, we apologize or something like that, but that's not happening.
That they don't want to bring any more attention than is necessary to this issue. I think you told me via telephone call that everybody is told don't share pictures of what took place with Wilmer here. No, you are persona non grata on this matter, no?
Yeah, I mean, you could see like when our boat is in the our boat, as recent as yesterday was yesterday, right? I mean, we are trying to help them. We are trying to help our country as recently as yesterday. The territorial volunteers on our boat picked up a long line with over 100 hooks, and you know what's happening now, right? Because we're getting close to the length season, so shark prices have quadrupled, have gone up. So they are going to come in and catch sharks. Yesterday, at around 1 p.m., our guys pulled up a long line with over 100 hooks that had hooks specifically for sharks. So, I mean, what we are trying to do is help them do their job. We're not like trying to interfere with them. In fact, we show a lot of kindness and goodness to the media and to the Coast Guard. Whenever, the timing is right and we could afford to do like a little trip and try and build relations, that's what we do.
Well, it's interesting now that in the same week we have the BDF commander responding to concerns by soldiers who are to be deployed to Haiti to go into harm's way as part of the UN led mission there to bring stability to Haiti, who are concerned about how they're going to, they're concerned about the cheese, they're concerned about the money, right? Now, my position on it aside, which is that this is an imposed thing that is not originating out of the CARICOM countries. This is something where we are being summoned on behalf of the interests of the empire to go in there. And so, if our soldiers are having any spirit of reluctance, because at the very least they want to ensure that their benefits are taken care of, you don't want your boss to be saying, well, when I am gone and when we gone, yes, the other time, but back when we went for the experience and we only may get this and we only may get that. So we don't worry about any things when we may do this. So what is wrong with enough for the worry about these things? That you are, listen, imagine the message we you to send to family members of those who are to be deployed. Like, listen, them man got every right to say, make sure the money straight. Make sure my benefits straight. Like, that what if you do? You're putting them in harm's way when you have nothing to do with the sovereignty of Belize. We say when it comes to the sovereignty of Belize, we part, that are not the mindset where we have. That are not the mindset that we have had. When all of a sudden, essentially we are saying, no, you don't have to worry about, no benefits. You get out there and do the work and learn from the experience. But learn from the experience where you risk your well-being and your family's well-being. For me, that's an incredible message. Like, listen, even if that's the position, for me, that's an in-house message, brother. Like, that the one, if even if you want to be so blunt and be so, you know, like completely stiff on this matter, like you can't publicly say that. You can't, that, especially the military, like I was blown away by that. I'm like, boy, we done not kid, yeah. Like, this are the boss of the army. We not got like 5-star general, but this is the head of our army. And he telling them boys and telling them brothers there, yo, just worry about. Then I have nothing for you to worry about, for the worry about no benefits. But are we going to do our next country bidding? We going to do our next country bidding, Brother Will. Like if we were being invaded and man, they asked about the benefits when we get invaded, like I could understand a message like that then. You say, well, boy, right now danger is here and that we have to stand. This is what we sign up for. Yeah. We man never sign up for become tools of U.S. foreign policy, brother. So for me, that blow my mind that you would tell man, yo, don't worry about it, just go get the experience. This is not like they're going, they're not going, experience, brother?
Yeah, what?
Experience? Oh, that crazy to me, brother. That crazy, yo. That crazy. Like, I don't know, it's like I know everybody in Turkey and ham thing, but I couldn't believe that was said in public view. Like, imagine if you got a loved one where this is what they do, and you hear that, then they tell your loved one, not only go there and take on this burden, but no worry about it, no worry about the cheese. Who not to worry about the cheese? Crazy to me, but I don't know what your take on that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely crazy. I mean, if you want some experience, I tell you what, so, my brother. I don't know if you hear the news, we are concerned about the screwworm coming into our country, but yet in the Chequebul and the Columbia Forest, you have pastures from Guatemala. If you want experience, make them have to experience the patrol our borders, the open up our borders. You know, I mean, right now, this guy, they come in, my brother, and the Guatemalans, and they get ready for another invasion of the Columbia Forest. Last year, you see the bridges that they have to, they only remove those bridges after the territorial volunteers share pictures again to make it public. And this is what we should be focusing on. The dry is coming. We can't stop it, and it's coming earlier than usual. So we should be focusing on strengthening up the base up there in Matakil, behind San Jose and the Columbia Forest. We should, because you want some experience, you could get some experience there. And you know, if the U.S. really want to help us in that area, not help us by sending our troops to a place that, to a place that, when this war is won by the so-called peace creepers, who do you think is going to benefit? You think Belize is going to benefit from that? Hell no. So I think that we, I totally agree that it's totally out of line to make the, don't really like to fix up our guys before they go. They need to take care of their families. They need to know what's in their plan. And this $5 a day and experience, no man will get experience right here.
we don't want to think that we say that are what they're saying and give the money. But we say is that is something that the commandant said they ain't get when they gone.
Yeah.
So they want you have to be happy. Then they get more than that. So shut on the mouth and go represent. I look on that like, listen, if the men and women who are going to go there, the 30 or so, and go down there, they are not representing what they signed up for. From my understanding, and I have not seen the document, so I could be very wrong, but I think when soldiers sign up, they sign up free, defend the interests and sovereignty and the well-being of nation state beliefs. That are the oath where they sign when they become soldiers. This mission, our mission defending the U.S. foreign policy position on Haiti, essentially, they are mercenaries. They are being assembled in a mercenary force. Now you okay that at the very least, I mean, I don't want you to do it none at all. But if this is the path you're pursuing, man, make sure that your people ain't get one come up though. Like how that no one be like, yo, this enough for we. Yeah, like you want for we man and go there so that your man they don't have to go there, but you want to defend your interests and your foreign policy there. That's what's going on. The Kenyans are not over here in Haiti because they feel so connected and all of that. A deal was cut. There's a list of things that they have negotiated for. So make we not play like this are so they go in the conference and they go to some kind of outing or they go again excursion for say so no they're not that they're going down on the ground in our area of chaos and are being asked to bring order to the chaos on behalf of. This is not, again, if this is something where organically come out CARICOM and then decide and the population and the people have been demanding this and this is what they want to see, then yes, you can say, well, boy, this is what you sign up for. This is a mercenary mission. So if there were mercenary mission, then it definitely is a priority for the man they say, where the cheese there? So not even, so there were mercenary mission, but we not to be mercenary-like. So we would be charitable, we would be that one charity mercenary mission we go upon. Man, get the hell out of here with that. And you want to tell the public that? Like that the position where you want to tell your soldiers publicly, we may go for $5 a day so on for happy. Boss, they don't like we're going because we've had some missions, hurricane, earthquake, different things where make we go and do humanitarian. This is not some humanitarian mission we're going to do. We're going to do some other countries' foreign policy agenda. That's what we're going to go do. So it has to be about the money, if any at all. If that is your position and you decide, yo, we want to do this. Like, for me, we're like just crazy, bro.
Well, definitely I want to have, I try don't play, but like, hey, you know, hey.
And you had to gunch up people Christmas, like, that WUB. Respect to all I want to do in the season, they had to try to violate it because everybody got their own system. But listen, it's a WUB, and I saw that thing last week, and I'm like, my goodness, though, like that just incredible to me, Will. That just incredible to me.
Yeah.
That's straight up. But give thanks for the call, man.
Yeah. All right.
Hello. Hello. Yes, hello.
Live on the air, please.
You're live on the air.
Okay. Listening to Mose and listening to the people on 10th of September to go fight the Battle of St. Jairus. It sounded to me like it was a cowardly decision. We don't want to go, to the battle, go fight the Battle of St. Jairus until some people come up the river and decide to say, yes, we make the move. They say we go go at this war. We go at it out at St. Jairus, go fight this battle. I don't think the Guatemalan problem are the same thing. You know why? I remember one group in Ghana that is soon. One of the intelligent people in Ghana. I could call one name, but when I call one name, you know, I could remember all the rest of me there on that boat. Miss Schumann, Miss Lisa Schumann. Others was there with her, like that kind of intelligent people there. And the Guatemalan said, listen to me. The Prime Minister not telling about the protocol on the government land years ago. They come back and not say nothing about that, you know. Up come now every time in the Guatemalan do what they want. Like what Papa Willie chase with me out the river. So he said, I hear a man several times, I got with me here, nothing wrong there, but they got me after Baranco. But he continue carrying me too, because he I come back there. And the man said, it seems to me that Will was interfering with the Guatemalan.
Oh boy.
Yes, the Guatemalan have the right to get in and it's too. For he left, and we are there our right every time. Every time when we come back, we are come back our right, and you have to back our right. So I say.
So we'll kidnap the brother and carry on as soon, because that's what they say. They say that the brother kids and right forgot about Barranco and will have... Huh?
As far as they say, around.
I know you, but we'll kidnap nobody and carry on as soon.
I never say we'll kidnap nobody. I said we'll maybe carry a man for Toledo to Barranco. So many people in Barranco. But it continue on to the south.
So that kidnap. If you
some people going to the south too. But this man is come off of Barranco.
And he never let them off?
He never stopped there. Ask me about it.
Right there, the man was hostage. The minute it passed.
Nobody was hostage.
No, I know you don't say that. I did say that.
Nobody did say hostage.
Because if I ask Will for a ride from Punta Gorda to Barranco.
You know, listen to me. Look, I explained it clearly.
Yes, sir.
This person get or will go to a passage to where we're going.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they pass this path and continue to the south to the
did the person was the person okay with that, or the person wanted?
The person was okay with it.
All right then.
They come back.
Okay.
So when the man come back, the man they tell, I think I'm in love with him, the man can I say, oh, no, I'm not with me here. And I thought, and when I realized that I will interfere with them, Guatemalan, you know, and that's why I always ask this question. Has the Guatemalan ever find a shuttle or will we have to front it or over the south then to we arm boat or anything like that? Never before. I believe, this is my thing now, finish right now. I believe the Guatemalan, the opposition, UDP, and will play one game, you know. That's my thing.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right then, respect, sir. Just that game apparently they play from when you had a UDP administration, so I had an interesting game. All right, it is 7:35 inside the WB. We go Belize Morning Vibes. We go to 2 cents calm. We take our first break of the morning. When we come back, our next segment, we're going to have guests in studios, so we'll change gear just a little bit. This is Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, Monday morning edition of it. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. Mose Hyde hosting on this Monday morning, 23rd December 2024. Crime Radio XTV, as promised, this segment features very special guests. We have our brother and sister by way of Paris, but on my right from Belize, we've got Rita Mae Hyde Tala and her husband, and Jokan Tala, by way of Cameroon.
Yes.
And as always, actually, you've told me that it was 5 years ago that you were here.
Right here.
And all right, so this is really, when I had gone to the climate change conference in Paris, these were the folks that come and pick me up and make I get one of these slice of the vibes, right? So I'm forever in debt to that. Came in on the Cameroonian restaurant and make I just gone away. Trust me. And had a
finished your whole plate.
yeah, man, and had a really impactful conversation with friends that it was beautiful. So it's really a delight to see you guys. I know you keep visiting, but we don't connect. So I'm glad that you're here because there is a purpose to this visit. It's not just, hey, long time we don't see one another reunion thing. There is a specific agenda. So Brother Tala has actually seen a need for children to be connected with games that are off screen and that are promoting knowledge that is important to them. And anybody that has a young one knows that the screen is your opponent. To try to get the screen out of their hand, that is a daily fight. And I know, like for we time me, where I couldn't tell you, I said to somebody the other day, I can't tell you the last time I saw children playing hopscotch.
Exactly. Jumping.
I don't think anybody right now knew. I was trying to actually remember how you play hopscotch. Man, you still know how to play. But that kind of interaction, especially amongst children and their peers, because ultimately when it comes to the screen, it's a one person thing, right?
Exactly.
So tell me, I've kind of put it out there. You've seen this. Obviously, you guys have 3 young ones.
Exactly.
So
3 young ones. So
tell me about it.
Yes, Brother Mose, first of all, before I introduce myself and I talk about this game, I want to thank you to inviting us in your TV show. It's really a pleasure to be here in Belize. So hello, Belize. And this opportunity.
I have to tell you, your shirt is.
Oh, you see that?
Yo!
You see that? When I
Your
saw in Belize,
shirt.
I'm telling
You
you.
need to thank me. I told him to wear that shirt today.
Your shirt
When
is.
I come in Belize, I always make sure I have a shirt to go with the vibration of Belize.
That's a fantastic shirt, man.
This game I created for my first son, who is actually 6 years old. So I'm talking to parents and educators, parents who have kids from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until 8. So I create this game to help my son to learn better and faster. At 4 years old, I was having this tendency to put my son in front of the screen because I want him to be quiet. So I was putting those cartoons, sometimes those songs, and I was okay with it until I realized that he was developing what you call an addiction, for a screen, for my phone, for the tablet. I said, how can I stop that? So I find an alternative by creating a game. And this game, you develop the first level of this game, you develop the language of the kids. You give him confidence to speak by asking some simple questions. Tell me what you do today. Tell me a story. List 5 animals, 5 animals, farm animals or wild animals. The second step of the game is about mathematics, the basic mathematics, addition, subtraction, arithmetic. And the last part of the game is about general knowledge. So this first game really helped me to have a quality time with my kids, to spend a good time with him and also teach him something. And you know what was funny? At 4 and 5 years old, his teacher contacted me because she wanted to know what is happening. Because my son, after 1 month of playing this game, she realized that he was too advanced for the class in terms of speaking, in terms of giving answer, finding solution in mathematics. She wanted to know if I was torturing my son at home. I said, no, I'm not just torturing him, I just create an educative.
She actually,
exactly. I'm telling you.
You have dogs. They do that.
They want everything in the case. So when something is not going correct for them, they want to understand. So I explained to them that I create a simple educative game and I present it to her. She liked it, and I also present it at UNESCO. At UNESCO Club, you know, they really like the game and they order more than 25 games. And until today, every year they order games. Yes.
So we're just showing up a photo of it. So it's really not a complicated game. It's when you get one of these, which it comes in. As you see, it already has a Christmas wrapping gift. Let's call it a gift bow on it already. So it comes contained. I guess the board comes in this.
Exactly.
And once you take this out, then you have the pawns, which are all animals.
You have a dice too. So it's maximum 4 players. So fathers, mothers, educator. Take your kids, take children playing this game, having a quality time, and at the same time, they will learn a lot. They will develop confidence to speak, good memory, self-confidence, and what is the spirit of competition, because everybody wants his son to be the first at class, right? So this was a game for 4 years old. Then after you have the game for 5 years old. At 5 years old, we want our kids to start to read phonetics, syllab. We want to read, we want syllable. We also want him to know the 7 days of the week, the 12 months of the year, knowing about hygiene, you know, understand those things and be able to explain it fluently, you know, and also resolve some mathematics problem at 5 years old. And then at 6 years old, this year, my son is 6 years old, I wanted to introduce him to sensibilize him about global change, global warming and climate change, because I think this is the problematic of our century that everybody have to be responsible with. So as a parent, as a responsible, I think it's very important to, at the young age, to sensibilize our kids to do not throw plastic bag on the street, to do recycling, to respect animals, forests, and its environment.
So it's in the form of a questions that you...
Exactly. The same principle, the game, you have questions. You have a question about what is the global warming, what is the climate change, what causes it, what is the effect of it, and what can we do, you know, individually, what can we do to participate to the protection of our environment and planet.
And so these games are available. They are in English. Rita May, you know, stay quiet over here. I know you're just there and proud of your husband just to do his thing. And he learned any Creole yet? That's it.
He know Creole.
You know,
You have to tell him something in that Creole. He's learning Creole. So
of course.
what I like about these games, Mose, if I can add something, is that you'll find a lot of the answers also in the game. And with this last game on climate change, he forgot something key, is that he puts the game in the setting of an African country. So it's in the setting of Kenya. You know, they do a lot for the preservation of the environment in Kenya. And so to be a part of the game is like you want to be the guardian of the chiefs that are protecting the environment. So to advance, you really have to answer the question. And it's funny because it's like usual board games. If you step on something, you can say, okay, go back 2 spaces. And so you have to go back. And the purpose is to try and advance so that you can be the first to be the guardian of the guardians. And so that's what brings out the spirit of competition. We've played the game at home with the children. And I see that even me, I learned a lot, because looking from the child's perspective, one of the beautiful things about the game is for them to learn while playing. A lot of people are thinking they're out there shopping, and we see them. We were out yesterday too, and they're buying all the toys in that crowd. All the toys, and they're thinking about the dolls and the video games, and all of that is fine, but also feed the minds, feed the intellect of your child, because these games are actually fun games. People don't think about the fun component of it. They just think, oh, educational is boring. It's not boring. Education and learning is fun if you make it fun. And the games are an opportunity to have fun with your children while they learn actively. And so that's just something I wanted to add.
And so when it comes to the availability, because I know you guys don't live here, so this is
we
like...
wish we lived here, boys.
I know you told me your children wish they could.
Yes, they want to move.
So looking at the games, just to say access to getting it, well, we know that this is the time for gifts, and so this is a great option. How can they get it before Wednesday? Is that possible?
Before Wednesday, you can call me direct. So my Belize number is 601-6554. So you can call, and the games are on sale while we're in Belize. So it's only $40 Belize per game. And after when we're going to leave, we're going to have the games at Brody's. But for now, we will encourage you, while we have the sale, to contact us directly.
All right, so repeat that number, and you're also on Facebook, because
I'm on Facebook as well, and we do have a site for the games as well. So it's 601-6554. That's my number. If you want to have a copy of the game in the next 2 weeks. After that, we won't be here, and then you can contact Brody's for the game once we've left the country.
That's great. So again, you don't want to miss this opportunity. You have less than 48 hours before you are to present the gifts. We know that is happening. And so this is your chance to get one of these very unique. This is like a collector's item, really. You know, this is not on Amazon. You have to understand, it's not on Amazon. All right?
And Brother Mose, you are talking about gift. I would like, it's my pleasure to offer you these wonderful clothes coming from Senegal.
Wow, no, brother.
Yes, it's my pleasure to offer.
Am I allowed to just show off a bit here? Let me just say, first of all, the color is beautiful, so without even seeing the design, I don't know how to win already. There we go. No, there we go. No, there we go.
Royalty, African royalty.
Whoa, this is, wow. So I could say, brother, give thanks, man. Give thanks. Good looking out.
Yes.
My sister?
Always.
I'm very, whoa. You know, the last time you were here, I got one, it was a little bit small for me, but I still have it. I think that one you had said it.
He designed it.
He designed that one. All right, but I still have that one.
Yes.
But I have this one. This.
You have
from
Senegal.
There's one.
You know, listen, being a talk show host, that's a rough part, but it's a what we call one collateral benefit that I don't mind at all. It's been a while since, I had a win, and even
I know you will wear it.
I had a win. Oh yeah, you know I make this sting. While you're here, I can get you guys to shush a little bit. You know what shush means?
What is
it? Shush. Gossip a little bit. Gossip a little bit.
Tell me everything.
Well, you know, when we get people from the world come in, we I just would look at stuff going on in France on the news. But like I said before we got on, like you get just, that you don't know what's going on because the real details exist nearer to space. So it looks a bit bumpy. A lot of upheaval in France, and also as it relates to its former colonies that it never wanted to relinquish as colonies in Africa, and I know that you are both Pan-Africanists, and I know you are a very passionate Pan-Africanist, and so I wanted to give my listeners and viewers an opportunity to hear that side of the reasoning. Like, I love the game, and we want people to get the game, but I also want to, you know, get a shush going on.
Exactly. You know, everything is linking. You know, education is very important for everybody, and education is based on information. You know, if you don't have information, you will not get it. So what is about Africa and France, you know, the most important thing to understand is every country have a right at one moment to determine himself. You know, if you want to be independent, you have the right to be independent. And I believe that some country in Africa want the independence, the real one. And I can understand that from some European country, it can be difficult to understand that, but there is a narrative of the world. This is an evolution, normal evolution of the world, and that's it, you know, and that's it. And France particularly have to also face its history, you know, its colonial history. And today, many ancient colonies want the independence, the real one, not the fake one, the real one. So I can understand that for some of those European countries it can be a problem because they benefit from those ex-colonies. Yes, they always benefit. And today, I will say 3 countries, Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali, they decide to take a corner. They decide to completely change their relationship with with France, and for the best, you know, and I wish them the best. For all Pan-African, this is the period where everybody has to stand up. We can stand up for the climate change, for the global warming. We also have to stand up for our independence, you know, and for our well-being.
And what are you, how is it going right now with Cameroon?
Cameroon is a special country. Cameroon is a special country. Cameroon also, we have a president, he's old right now, and I think he's the oldest president in Africa. And for the moment, they are wondering what will happen when this president will not be there. So, and this is a real problem in Cameroon right now, to know what will happen after, because it seems like the opposition, they have somebody called Kamto, but everything is not really clear because many movement, many things is happening, and we hope.
Does France still have a stranglehold over Cameroon, or is it? Do you see it as legitimately free?
This is a good question, because there is something that we see, there is things we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, me as a Cameroonian living in France, it's difficult for me to know exactly what is happening in Cameroon. But the only thing I can say is Cameroon is developing a relationship with China, like many other African countries, and everybody know that is bothering France, you know, and this is the only thing I know. And I also know that when the president will leave, things will happen for the best.
As black people and conscious black people, how challenging has it been recently in France?
So the thing about it is that in France, you know that there's a tendency around election times. We were a bit worried because it seems like it's for a moment that the extreme right was taking hold of the country, and my mother was saying, if they win, you need to pack up and come back. You need to come and bring all my grandchildren because I don't want to be worried and not sleeping in the night.
But it still remains a very serious threat.
It's a serious threat, and of course we are there because of my work. I work at UNESCO. I'm not here to talk about UNESCO, but that's where I work, and we're trying to build peace. This is the mandate of UNESCO, to build peace in the minds of men and women, to make sure that there's sustainable development in culture, in education, in all the fields. But while we're living in France, we're confronted daily. We meet sometimes fascist people, racist people. It's a beautiful country, but of course there was this tendency with all the immigration coming, all the people coming, cost of living is going up. Sometimes there are real threats, like people are looking at you and thinking, why are you here? Because they seem like you have a decent life, and some of them are looking at it like you shouldn't have a decent life. Sometimes we're caught up where I remember one time I went to my son's school, and we have now established a good relationship. They were asking me where you work, and they kept asking me where I work because it was difficult, I think, to believe that I had such a position, that I'm working for an international organization, we're international civil servants. And so these are things that we ensure that we teach our children how to be proud of their identity, who they are as Belizeans, Africans, and that we ensure that they're proud and that they know to celebrate that. So that is why we come home. Coming home is not just to enjoy the sun and the sea and the beautiful smiles, which I do, and all the food and the rice and beans and all of these things. Coming home is also about reinforcing their identity, keeping them connected to their culture, to who they are, because this is what is important in this type of society that is changing so radically, where you're confronted by people who don't like how you look sometimes, who you are. It's not everybody, like I said, it's a society. You find everybody there, the good, the bad, the ugly, as they say.
The full spectrum of.
The full spectrum, people that are very loving, full of love, and people that...
But damn near worthless, one loud.
Exactly. They don't look fine, they don't like it just because of how you look.
Because you look good.
And so we have to make them strong, and I believe that so far we're doing a good job because they're very proud of their identity. If you ask my children or children, who are you? I'm Belizean, Cameroonian, you know, and we love Belize, and they tell people about Belize all the time. So we have a lot of little ambassadors there for Belize.
Vitamin, and you can, it's always beautiful, too short always, and you learned a Creole word, shush. Shush. Yeah, so if somebody come and say, "Boy, make we shush," you know that what?
Yes.
Yes. Brother, congratulations on the game. To bring something from idea into actual physical being is, I know that's not just a snap of the finger. That you had to think it out, and I'm sure that. It is something that you're going to, because now you can't stop, because now your children are getting older. So you don't put yourself on a commitment line right there. You have to look out for game 4, right? It will be game 4 or 5. It's 3 editions, right? 3 versions.
4, 5, 6, and then
after. How many games before you have produced? Now this is the 4th one.
This is the 4th.
Yes, it's the 4th.
Okay, so no, after this you have to start working on the 5th.
Yeah, exactly. Don't stop. We continue.
All right, then.
Continue.
And again, repeat that number, Rita May, so that...
So, everybody, please call 601-6554. Like I said, you will not regret it because this is a fun way for your children to learn. It's very interactive. You will laugh, they will laugh, and they will learn while having fun.
And we're going to put one up, sponsor one for listeners and viewers. We're going to give it away right now.
Exactly.
So this is courtesy of WUB. You can win one, and all you need to do is call and tell us. Let me see. I got my question together. Tell me the #1 motivation that led to the invention of this game. If you were listening to Brother Tala over here, you would know what drove him to invent these games. And if you can call me now at 280-5848 and tell me the #1 motivation, say I want to find out if you guys were listening, and I don't want the word to reach Cameroon and France, that we never got nobody ever made to listen and pay attention and win one of these games. So you have the opportunity to win it right now. Be the first person to win one of these games. So you tell me why the game was invented. I think that's an easy question.
That's a very easy question.
Easy question.
It's a very easy question.
It's in front of you.
And all right. So we're gonna have all morning. So make up your mind for winning it. No, the shirt is not up for giveaway, only the game. And we think that you can just take it and win it. We're going to try to give it away in the next segment, since you guys are slow with your fingers. We understand it's chilly. Your fingers might be stiffish, but you don't have all morning. Trust me on that. We're going to give this one away.
Yes.
Bita May, and you can thank you for coming, sharing, and sharing the opportunity for folks to get one of these games.
Always a pleasure.
We have somebody ready to try to call you. Let me see. WUB. Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you, do you want to win this game?
Yes, I'm trying to. Because it would serve my grandson a whole lot. I think what the gentleman said was to get his child away from the phone, the screen.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
We're too attached to these technological devices.
Right on. So,
perfect.
So when are you gonna, what's your name?
My name is Gloria, W-I-L-D-A, Gloria Wiles.
Gloria?
Wiles.
Gloria Wiles. So you've won this for your grandson, you said?
My grandson, that's right. My great-grandson, as a matter of fact.
How old is your great-grandson?
He's 10.
He's 10.
But you know what?
So I need it.
He's behind in school, so...
This is perfect. So which one is the 6, the one for 6?
This is the one. This is the last game. This is for that age too.
So we're going to figure it out and let you get the most appropriate game for your great-grandson, okay?
All right.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you.
All right. You make me look good. Make them know.
Yes.
All right.
We the African Belizean.
You see there now.
I'm proud.
You feel that 100 for that. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I really So
keep this one. I will pack this one for her.
You give another one. What he's saying, he will also give another game.
You will match more. You will match.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I still have to give this one away. You say?
Yes.
No.
See. Okay. You can. This one is about global warming.
All right. So
you can continue to give that away.
All right.
And this one will be for the lady who call.
So the mathematics.
Okay, great. All right, great. So let me just, we go to break, we'll be back. All right, welcome back to the WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's Monday morning, the 23rd of December, 2024. And we are here open for conversation. The telephone line is 280-5848. We just came off a segment with guests, and we did a small giveaway. We're going to do this next giveaway, which is a game invented by brother Njokan Tala for children, promoting information and skills, maths, and general knowledge about climate change. And so it's a kind of knowledge-based game, and for mostly 4, 5, 6-year-olds, and trying to get them off the screen, which we know that is the challenge in 2024, 2025 now, in a very, very short period of time. And talking about 2025, there's no law against me reminding you that January 1st, it is the tradition called the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. And it's Corozal to Belize. And we need you to come out and support and make sure that you support the riders, and even to all cycling enthusiasts, cycling fans, and you are your favorite riders, cyclists, friends and family, but also community. Come out. This is a spectacle. You don't want to miss it, right? You don't have to be a hardcore cycling fan if you know that this is a big event. You don't want to miss out. Come out and enjoy. All right? All the way from Corozal to Belize. Get it? All right. And this morning we spent some time talking about one, what the appropriate measures should be in response to the running aground of the GAF vessel last week, and that led to a conversation about the deployment of a BDF to Haiti. We know that 2 senior officers have already been deployed there. We have a call though. Krem, good morning.
Good morning, Mose, this is Chandra Coy. I really think that I know the league is part of the lawmaking, but I don't know if you're aware that last night, yesterday, Mr. Trump issued a proposal to take back the Panama Canal.
He's
claiming to take it back from China, which is, if it weren't so lunatic, it's bizarre. China has no control over the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal problem is a water problem caused by climate change.
Yeah.
That is the problem. The lakes that feed the canal have been dried up.
I thought that when I read it, I thought that the impact of that is that stimulates aggression all around the world.
I know, Mose, and it's something Belize has to bring into its national conversation. All of us will have to bring it in Latin America and the Caribbean. And we are in the 2 regions, the Caribbean and Latin America. How in heaven's name you're going to propose to do something that don't, you see, what Belizeans may not understand is that Latin America has a long history of animosity and friendship with the United States of America. There is an iconic poem, I don't know if you have ever read it, by the great Nicaraguan poet Ruben Darío, Ariel, which deals with the relationship between the United States and Latin America. So this is nothing new. And the implications are harder than that. Don't you agree?
I mean, they reported it on BBC. It's on all the news things, but the one that really was interesting to me was the BBC, because they're the only ones that really, in my view, kind of gave it its proper due to say this.
Which media?
BBC.
Okay, so you heard it on the BBC.
No, I read it.
You're on a French station. So I went to the French station intentionally.
Yeah.
and I could hear the horror in their voices, you know.
Okay, so the point I was making is I read it on the usual American outlet, CNN, whatever. But when I read it on BBC, is when they're the only ones. The American media is not framing this, as I guess one could expect, the level of seriousness that this guy comes off, and this is what you're going to pick on, claiming that the Panamanians are charging too much, and if they don't reduce the fees for the utilization of the canal for Americans, then they will have to act in their interest and take over the canal. That's an outrageous and aggressive tone to take. I mean, you're not even take the office yet, and this is what you bring into the table.
In the report you heard, he never mentioned. You didn't hear him mention China, because the report I heard, they quoted him. They played his quotation, but evidently part of the speech, and in the quotation I heard, he was claiming that they need to take it back from China.
No, what I saw dealt with the tariffs and the fees that are charged. He said that they were being singled out.
No, that's not the part I heard either.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! So now, but the thing is, the port that China is building in South America is evidently. Remember, the Chinese were providing funding for a canal from the east to the west of the Nicaraguan coast, right? Remember that? Pardon?
Yes, I do.
And so everybody's issues with China, but China is not the cause of the Panamanian problem. The cause of the Panamanian problem is the water levels. That's their problem.
And the Mexicans are planning one as well.
They are planning a dry canal.
Okay.
That's going to link up to private port that their government took over, that AMLO took over on the Pacific coast, and the railway that they will run from the west to east to west. Everybody's trying to solve it, Mose, because you have to go around the tip of South America, which immediately there are problems in climatic problems in the south. They are not new challenges. They challenge the early Europeans who crossed the Atlantic and sought to kind of package around South America.
From what I've read, it's one of the most unpleasant pieces of seas to have to travel.
Yes,
in. Yeah.
absolutely. As a matter of fact, the attempt to find that route caused death. You know, and people died in the process of trying to discover that route or to get that route, to obtain that route. So nobody wants to have to go around that route. But the Panama Canal was not built to take fifth generation and the latest generation ships. It wasn't built.
Well, I think what happened to Trump is that he ran on a platform that he would do something about the prices that the Americans, and then just last week he had to come out and say, well, he doesn't look like it's going to be an easy thing to try to get the prices down. So I feel that they have identified that that's an area that they can try to do something about the prices that they have.
They can manhandle the price control there.
Yes.
But this is not America. This is not the Panama. This is not the Latin America of the 1800s. And to miscalculate and make gross errors is utter danger. What is tragic is that anything that will be done will be definitely controversial and utterly dangerous. That is it. So I hope that our government is preparing a paper, a position on this matter. This matter needs all of us thinking about it, because we are all going to be dreadfully affected if this happens. When the Panama Canal, when America first carried out their first occupation, their presence, there was no Russia and all its allies and China around. They were not part of the equation then. And now they are part of the current equation. How are you going to calculate without them? How are you going to do that? A friend of mine said to me, it's like Russia and Ukraine. I said, yes, but Panama was not a part of America. America took Panama. You see? Anyway, I just think that this is, and don't you see implications there for the Belize Guatemala matter?
Like I said, I feel that these aggression feeds those who are aggressive in nature. So when he's setting the tone, he's setting the tone for the West, he's setting the tone for the planet, because all eyes are on him. You like him or you don't like him, all eyes and ears on everything he says is being monitored around the planet, and people are reacting. When he sets a tone that, well, you know what, I will operate a kind of, I will be aggressive to defend our interests, and I'm not going to be boxed in, and everything is on the table, then everybody else starts to align themselves to that kind of feeling and thinking. So for me, it's just like, okay, you have hardliners everywhere, including in Guatemala, who are looking at that and say, yeah, that's the way we need to start a talk. That's what I gather from that kind of position that he has put out there. No, he's impacting people around the planet.
Well, the problem you see is, Moses, we have subscribed to the Pax Americana. There's no Pax Americana, you know, but we have subscribed to this concept. And he now is acting as though it exists. In his mind now, there's no contention with its existence, or it doesn't exist, so it exists and we are going. So that only that mentality can explain his decision on East Jerusalem. Only that mentality can explain his decision to tell Morocco, you can get the West of the Sahara. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you're going to just decide we're also to take back the Panama Canal.
And telling.
Unfortunately, what was frightening Moses, the loud acclamation he got for it.
And he's telling.
In the clip that you heard the acclaim in the background?
No, I did not listen to I only read the quotes.
Oh,
I only read the quotes. I only read the quotes. Yeah, and also he's obviously telling the Ukrainians that they better accept loss of land. He's adamant that is how this is going to be settled and how that war is going to be closed off. So he's really he's something. He's something.
Anyway, it is something that we need to Christmas, New Year, and because we've emptied the store shelves now, shipping is going to be a whole new component in this matter. In the next set of stock that comes on our shelves. A whole new set of problems there. Cost. Don't you see that coming?
Well, things like shipping insurance and all of that. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good.
Not looking good. Okay,
in fact, listen, we have to listen carefully to Mr. Mose and Elon Musk, because what
well, they are calling him sarcastically because of this problem with the budget. I don't know if it was a Republican or a Democrat calling President Musk, but sarcastically, with utter sarcasm in their voices. You know, Mose, I was telling a friend that as I studied the United States in this contemporary moment, it reminds me deeply of Great Britain in the period between, let me see, 1400 as Great Britain would gallop towards the Tudor era, and then the Reformation, and then the Civil War, all of that is happening as we speak. And I'm praying that Pope Francis will have something to say on this matter, because somebody has to stand up for Latin America, man. You know, somebody else sometimes has to stand up for Latin America.
Listen, if Mosque is telling the American people, and with respect, he told them before the elections that they better prepare for one difficult time before it becomes better, because what they need to do is going to cause turbulence, and there will be some pain. Essentially, he said there will be pain. The early parts of it, we are going to have some pain, but then after that, we are going to become this amazing place once again. But that we have to be ready for pain. If he's saying to his people, there will be pain. If they have pain, then what are we going to have?
Exactly. That I didn't know you had said that.
Yeah, he said that. He said that.
And the concept of make America great again, well, what are you talking about? You know, you've only been in existence as a nation for what did we see? 100 years, 200 years, 200 and on. Man, you're dealing, you know what gets me more? What really irks me is that all the people, let's take the Middle East, China you want to dictate to, man, these are the people you built your civilization on. Where did you get the compass from? Where did you get the astrolabe from? Where did you get paper money from? Where did you get all the mathematics that you needed? You could never have gone to the moon without Euclidean mathematics. Where did you get it from? Who translated all those Greek texts? Who rescued all the Greek texts that were lost on mathematics? It was the Arabs. They rescued it, the Islamic civilization. Not only Arabs, the Persians rescued it. Long before you all had a university, long before, there was a university development in the Middle East. Go and look it up. Go and look it up. It took place in Persia, in Cairo. So nothing you have now, nothing we have now more, we could have had without those people's pioneering knowledge. None. No European had developed the compass. The Chinese. So I find it an utter lack of respect for these people's achievements and a sense of gratitude. I have a sense of gratitude to these people, all of them. You wouldn't be here without any of them. You see? And that is really very, very worrisome.
They have to go to break this story.
And more to have money for the Chinese. Because why you think they seized China's money or gold, they seized it. So all of that they owe, you know, and we don't know these things, so we don't really understand what the price is about half the time. But you were going to say something, honey?
Yeah, I was just telling you I got to go to break.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We go to break, we'll be back. All right, we've got to close down for today, but with health and strength, we return tomorrow morning at 6:30 for Christmas Eve edition of Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. We got to salute the team, making sure everything is linked in. We're going to finish off with our final break. So salute Larry G, Harlan Wagner for Cliff Lewis, and at the control tower, Christopher Flowers. As always, have yourself a great Monday. Stand strong, stand firm. For now, we're gone!